Pagan Shooter here. Figured I would start this one off a little bit different. I'm actually just gonna show you one of my other acquisitions. I'm not gonna do the actual unboxing. I think there's plenty of videos out there that actually show the unboxing of this particular weapon. This would be the Heritage Rough Rider small bore series. This is the 3-inch bird's head version of it. This one came with the 22 Magnum cylinder as well as the 22 long rifle cylinder. This is a pretty good representation of what this will shoot. These are standard blazers, which is the high velocity. You have the standard velocity. You have the powderless Agula, and you also have 22 Magnum, which cylinder here. However, I also found that it will shoot 22 WRF. I don't know, and there's 22 Magnums actually in here. I don't know if any of you know what the WRF is. That stands for Winchester Rimfire. Also known as a 22 Magnum short. These are kind of an interesting round. The base of them, where the primer is, the rim, is actually a little thicker than a standard 22 Magnum. So you end up with something that won't cycle in all revolvers. This one actually does handle it very well. I was actually able to put them through. They cycled perfectly well. Everything worked pretty good in there. I will continue this while I'm shooting, but I wanted to kind of give you the quick view of it. I do have some negatives that I do want to go over, and I'll probably go over those while I'm cleaning it and give you the overall. But otherwise, I'm probably going to shoot an example of all of these today, just so you can see what it looks like, what it sounds like, and what it feels like. The only thing I do not have is actually the WRF. These are only Magnums, but we'll come to that.
Okay, so we have the pistol. What I'm planning on shooting first, and you'll notice I'm not wearing hearing protection, is the Calibres, which are powderless. They're kind of like the old CCI longs. However, I think the CCI longs had powder. I'm not wearing any hearing protection because these are extremely quiet. They're about as loud as a cap gun going off. Now, if this were a rifle, you probably wouldn't even hear it go off. It would be more of you were hearing the firing mechanisms clicking along. So, turning off the safety. Yes, it's a revolver and it has a safety. And we're going to just go ahead and shoot. And really quiet. About the sound of a cap gun. And done. So I'm going to go ahead and load up some standard velocity. However, this time I am going to put on some hearing protection, and there's a very good reason. Through a rifle, hearing protection for a 22 is optional, depending on the length of the rifle. With the smaller revolvers, you definitely want to wear your hearing protection. It gets really loud. You'll see. Okay, so I'm back. I now have the CCI standard velocity loaded in here. I do have my hearing protection in now. You're going to see why. It's a bit louder. Once again, safety is now off. And still not insanely loud, but definitely should have your hearing protection in if you do value hearing later in life. I'm going to go ahead and put in some of the high velocity 22. Now, I do want to mention, though, before I do that, that I did skip by shorts because I don't have any 22 shorts. the bugs out here are insane. But this will shoot 22 shorts as well. Now, there is a lot of people out there that will say that, oh, well, if you shoot the shorter rounds, you're going to mess it up your gun, so you can't shoot the longer rounds. I've never found that to be true. I've heard that with 357 Magnums and 38s. I've heard that with 44 Magnums and 44 Specials. I've heard it with a lot of different guns. I've even heard it with the 10 millimeters and the 40s. However, I've never found that to be true. I've done that with this gun. I've done that with old 357s I had. I find that if you clean your guns after you shoot, you probably won't have any problems. Now, if you do have a problem, it'll probably be short term, and you probably had already gone through about 500 rounds that day. So just remember, clean your guns and you won't have that problem. Anyway, so now we have the high velocity blazers in here. Let me go ahead and safety off, and here we go. A little bit more of a crack. There was 6 rounds of that. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch out cylinders. Now I will show you that in the other, in the cleaning, this is what you get video that I'm going to do after this, as well as the follow-up video. I'll show you how to remove out these, or remove the cylinder and put in the other one. I'll also show you a few of the things that I do like about this, as well as the things I don't like about this. However, so far it's been a pretty positive experience with this gun. Let me go ahead and switch out cylinders. I'll load it up with some 22 Magnums. I don't have the WRFs, but I will go ahead and load it up with Magnums. Okay, and I do want to apologize for the waving my hand. There's a lot of bugs out here today. I'm the only water source for them for miles around, so they tend to buzz around your face and that. So if you see me waving, that's what I'm doing. Not some crackhead. So now I've got the 22 Magnum cylinder in here. Let's see. It actually says on the gun, and the way the cylinder goes in, I don't know if you can see that, it says 22 Magnum. So, that's the reason you can put them in here. So anyway, got the 22 Magnums in here. Safety's now off. And this is what it's like shooting the 22 Magnums. Much more stout. Still not any kick. You feel a little. Gentle muzzle rise. Easily fired quickly. Very nice gun so far. There are a few things that I'll get into later on, but otherwise reasonably accurate. It is a little off as far as your aim point, but as long as you learn your gun, you shouldn't have any problem with them. I'll go ahead and get more into it when I get into the cleaning and follow-up video.